Hi, this is Rob Anderson with DollarMoves. I'd like to welcome you to another video. Now, the video today is actually one that I was inspired by Brendon Burchard. He's a famous author of a book called The Charge and also The Millionaire Messenger. And the books are really great. I actually own both of those books. And he has one more about a golden ticket, life's golden ticket. And all great books, and I'll put the link down below this YouTube video, and also this will be a video blog post at dollarmoves.com/5 steps. And as I said, this video was inspired by him, and what he wanted you to do was to put out a video that tells 5 success techniques that on basically any topic. And I was kind of racking my brain on this, and I was like, you know, what am I going to put this about? And I started writing down some ideas. I wanted to help out people that were starting out with business and what would be 5 steps. And it was really funny. It's like fate came together with this because I started thinking back and I was like, you know, there was this, let me give you a little backstory. Before I started my FBA business, my online business, I actually, I have this other business and we were having to travel out of state because the people weren't coming to Oregon to where where I live, so we were having to go out of state to down to California to take care of business. And so one of the times I'd gone, so I made the thing that I remembered was actually a journal entry that I made on the flight back from California. And just to give you an idea, this was during February that I made the journal entry. The previous January, it was actually December 31st of 2010, I was heading down south in my vehicle with my brother, and right at the grapevine, my engine blew. And we were going down to Southern California, another probably hour and a half past that. So New Year's Eve on 2010, that's where I was stuck at. And so that happened the same trip. Now this was all for the other business. We're trying to hustle and make money and make things happen in this bad economy. Same trip. We're staying at my aunt and uncle's house. Thank God we had that option. And the house gets broke into. Somebody throws a rock through their back door, steals 2 business laptops, steals my watch, steals all this stuff. So this was on this trip in January. Now February, I'm coming back from a business trip that wasn't as great as it was supposed to be. The work wasn't set up as well as I thought it was going to be. And I'm frustrated and I'm to the end of my rope. Now mind you, my vehicle, we had it towed back to Oregon previously, but it's still, in February, it's still not fixed yet. I still don't have the vehicle. I'm heading back. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, I'm just to the end of my rope here. What can I do? And so back to this thing, I was thinking, you know, what can I put out there for people that would really help them? And it came to my mind, you know, hey, I've got this thing that I wrote down, and it wasn't for public, it's not really for public consumption. This is like, you may have seen parts of ideas or something like this before, but really this is like straight up out of desperation, out of hopelessness. I'm coming home from a pseudo-failed business trip to a car that has no working engine, you know, and kind of trying to figure out where my next meal's coming from. I can laugh now because, you know, I'm far removed from that situation, but I'm just going, what can I do here? So I had this journal entry, and I made for myself, I'm like, okay, what do I need to do to do another business, to do something to make money? What do I need to do? So out of that moment of desperation, I wrote down all this stuff. Well, so I'm going to go ahead and give you, I have the five steps to finding the best money-making opportunities for you, because see, this was for myself, so it'll work for anyone. It's like, I was literally writing this to myself, like, what are the 5 best money-making opportunities that I could have? But to start that off, you know, everything is built on a foundation, and I wanted to make sure, I wrote all this stuff out. It's crazy journal entry. I don't think that I'll ever like give it all out to the public, but you know, so I wanted to make sure that I was built on a steady foundation. And so this video is not just going to be about the 5 steps to finding the best money-making opportunities. It's actually going to also have 3 action steps to follow to achieve success. And again, this was only made for my eyes only. It was like, how do I dig myself out of this thing? So if you've ever, you know, skipped out on one of my videos, I'd really recommend sticking around, listening to this. I'm sure that if you haven't, you know, started a business of some sort or tried to figure out what the next opportunity is, this video can help. If you have started your business, maybe listen to it and see if, you know, if what I'm saying here, if your business fits within it, and maybe, you know, there's something that you could change, or you can just, if everything fits in there, you go, right on, this is working out, this is a good choice, you know. So the first 3 action steps to follow to achieve success: 1 is always be looking for opportunities to make money, and especially recurring income, things that people, you know, come back for often, often. Number 2 is research the opportunities in as short a time as possible, and the larger the risk is going to be, the more research time should be allotted. You know, if it's going to be a small risk, you know, don't go into analysis paralysis just because, you know, you're scared to make a decision. If it's a large risk and you have a big investment involved, take the time, do your due diligence, but if, you know, do the research needed and make a move. 3, make small moves to learn as you go without having to risk much during your education period before gaining the confidence to move on to larger risks that produce larger rewards. So that was the foundation that I was like, okay, those are the things that I need to do to make my next business move, whatever that's going to be. And at the time, again, in February, it was literally, I wrote this out, it was February the 11th, I believe it was, and it was a month and 2 weeks before I literally started my next business. And at the time, I hadn't even heard of Amazon FBA. So amazing that things happened the way they did. So now, what you've all been waiting for, these are, again, for me, what I wrote down, my 5 steps to finding the best money-making opportunities. So 1 is look for problems that people need fixed, or a need that is not being filled that people would pay money to have cured. This could be a service you provide or a product that fills the need. 2, research what will be needed to carry out the money-making operation, whether it be assets, licensing, permits, etc. 3, compare the assets that are needed, education, tools, those types of things, to the assets that you currently have, and figure out what investment will be necessary to start your money-making opportunity. 4, if the investment is acceptable and you have the ability to start, decide if the profit is enough or worth your investment. 5, if after all the research you've decided the money-making opportunity is right, and this is really, really important, I think it's where a lot of people get stuck, take the action and start making money, because you've done your due diligence. If you've gone through the previous 4 steps and at the 5th step everything looks good, that's when it's time to take action. That's when it's time to go out there and, you know, start a new path, no matter how scary it is. So those were my 5 steps that I mean, I literally, this is pulled right out of my journal. So if I thought it was good enough for me, you know, it should be good enough for you. And then I've got a couple of side notes here that go with it too. As a side note, try to find opportunities that need the least amount of upfront investment, and also can be done with the smallest amount of training if a service, or can be sold without you needing to be there if it's a product. Another side note, also look for services or products that people need over and over again, recurring, like car washes, vitamins, things like that. To keep the money flowing through often and repeatedly. Make it a stream. And that's really what I've done with all of my money-making opportunities. I've tried to make streams, and I really want to live the internet lifestyle where I'm not stuck to one place, and the money keeps flowing in, whether I'm sick, whether I'm traveling, no matter what. So I hope that you found value in this video. Really, this is near and dear to my heart. This is straight out of my journal. I mean, I don't know, could you do it? Like, I mean, it's really, that's tough to be like, okay, this is one of the most desperate times of my life, and I'm like gonna share it with people, right? So I hope you found value. You know, I always ask for thumbs up and comments, but, you know, this time, if I could give you a little extra, like, nudge, if you could please thumbs up this video. If you're hearing my voice, I'd really appreciate it. Thumbs up. Comments, positive comments are always appreciated. As usual, you can subscribe up here. And also, you know, share it with your friends, anyone that you think that might need a little push to go on to the next thing. I feel that these steps, like I said, I made them for myself, so I thought they were good enough for myself. I really believe that there's some magic in these steps, and they can help people out if they just look at them and then attack them. So again, I'd like to thank you for watching. Rob Anderson. You can find this video at DollarMoves.com/5 steps. And yeah, thanks again for listening. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.